Well, welcome back to another Scrapping Irish video. And what have I here for you? Well, we're going to scrap this out. This was from a display in a shop, and whenever anyone moved by it, the sensor picked it up and it played an advertisement for the products that were on the shelf that the company were selling. So we know there's a TV screen in it, but is it a old type screen with a bit of copper in it, or is it a new type LCD screen that's in it? Looking at it, I'd say it's LCD screen that's in it. I presume there's a board of some sorts in there, but we won't know until we get it taken apart. So, as always, let's tear into it. And where do we start? Well, I suppose we'll start at the bottom, where we can see there is some screws. So we'll start removing them. So these shouldn't take too long to remove because there's just a few on the bottom, but I see the back has a lot more. So we'll get rid of these ones first and we'll see if we can get into it. I'm not sure what's in this device. I've never taken one of these apart before. So that's the joys of scrapping and e-waste, picking up stuff. It's more the hunt, what you find, what's inside when you get there, then sometimes what the actual scrap is worth. So I presume that's all just shred anyhow. Does that lift off anything yet? No. So we go underneath here, and as you can see we have a lot more, a plethora of screws, as Shark Scrapper would say. So let's say this is holding on either a little transformer or a fan. I'm not sure. I see a few rivets which I don't like, which usually makes it harder to take anything apart, but I can see already some transformers in there, so little mini transformers on a board, so it's like a power board, because again you can see that's where the power was going into it. Right, I'm going to speed this up so you don't have to watch me doing it in normal speed, so let's get it done. Okay, so I have taken out all the screws I can see, so we're ready to take it apart. I see a hard drive, which is a nice little surprise. Didn't expect to see that. So it's just a TV. A TV, an actual TV of some brand. We'll have a look in a minute and we'll see what brand it is. We have our hard drives and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get something to cut the wires. I should have a little snips somewhere here beside me. I usually do, of some sort. So we're just going to cut the wires off to release everything off there. So it's just an actual power cord going into the bottom of this TV. They jerry rigged it in with some sort of silicone, so we'll have to have a look at that in a second. We have an actual shop scanner, so it's a hodgepodge of stuff. So I'm not going to waste my time. I just want to disconnect this as quick as I can from there for a minute. So I'll leave that aside for a second with the TV in it, and we'll get a closer look at that in a second. What have we got here? Right, well, little computer board of sorts. We have a hard drive, which is nice to find because we all know there's a bit of precious metals in the hard drives. And if you don't, well, go check out some of my videos on hard drives and what's in there. And you'll be able to see So that goes into my collection of hard drives to be scrapped out at some stage again. We have a actual, just a barcode scanner here, which I think if you brought up a product to the machine, it may have scanned it and give you information on it. So I think, now I'm not 100% sure on that, but we're trying to remove it because they put a nice cable tie on it. Which doesn't want to cut off too easy. But we'll get there. If I had a straight snips instead of an angled one, it might have worked better. Because it doesn't want to cut at an angle. Give me a second, I'll get a knife. So we have a knife, and hopefully that will remove the cable tie. It doesn't want to either. So I'm going to have to get something stronger than that knife. It's because of the position of it, it's causing me all this trouble. So we'll try and cut it here. There we go. And it still doesn't want to come out. What have they... some sort of tape on it. So there we go. Just a straightforward so again, we'll just cut these wires off the power supply. So it's just like a computer inside, essentially a small computer. I need to get a new snips, obviously, because the blade on this is not cutting. Pause it there and get my new snips. I knew this was going to happen. Okay, so I had a new one. I knew this one was getting near the end of its time, that the blades needed sharpening on it or something needed doing with it, but I decided just to buy one when it was on offer. And I need to get a new Stanley blade as well for the Stanley knife. Now, hopefully we can cut through these a bit easier. There we go. Okay, power supply, you can break that down if you want. I think I have videos up there somewhere on me breaking down power supplies. If I haven't, I'm sure I'll get one done at some stage. And what are we here? So again, I'm going to try and remove as much of the wiring as I can. So I can get in and see what sort of processors in this. So get him over there. Okay, so some copper wire can be thrown in with your copper wire. I see a little Irish sucker stick. So a nice little bit of a ram stick, a bit of gold fingers. They've stuck a lot of this with a silicone around it, so I don't know, can you see that? But so again, some more copper wire. We'll have a little bit of gold in there. Not going to waste too much time trying to pull stuff out if it doesn't come out straight away. We'll just cut. Okay, and we'll cut from here. Right, I'm going to remove there's a few screws here. I'm going to remove them off screen and we get a closer look at the computer board that's in it. Okay, so we have the board out. Just a very small computer board. We've got a gold cornered BGA, which is nice. Some gold pins, of course, which everyone knows I like. Let's see what sort of crappy, there's the fan off anyhow. So what sort of crappy items are under these heatsinks? I'm not expecting. So we've got one of them onboard graphics cards, and I'm presuming it's an onboard, yeah, it's an onboard CPU as well. So nothing major there. Got a little bit of aluminium from this. Looking at the board itself, there's no real anything to tell me how old it is. I suppose if it's using these type connectors instead of HDMIs, we can kind of put an age that it's fairly old. And so again, I'll take them off screen. You don't need to see me working embarrassed about with them, because you'll have seen me take loads of computers apart before. So that's in there. So let's have a look at that TV. Is it going to be worth my while doing anything with it? Probably not. It's just an LCD monitor, 15.4. A little board here that I will take off, that if it's not under the monitor, because I see some gold pins here, but again, I can take that off screen. Don't need to be doing that here on this. So that's what's inside one of these shop display units, that will, when you walk by and it puts up an ad telling you about the product. Some of them will be newer than this and will be different setup, but essentially that's what it is. So they had the hard drive where they had the program to run from of their advertisement, and essentially just a PC that was running it with a didn't need to have a lot of graphics or anything like that. Just ran. All I was doing was sending the picture from the hard drive to the TV, and that was it. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Time to go and wash my hands, and catch you on the next one. So as I always say, if you've enjoyed the video, watch it all the way through, give it a thumbs up, and why not subscribe, where we'll be working on some RAM chips going forward, some more of that eBay buy that people keep asking me about, and I keep getting slagged on my lives about. I hope to do a bit more incinerating of the chips there. If you've been watching some of my shorts, you will see I'm incinerating chips, working on a method that might work. So I'm going to try it out soon on them eBay RAM chips, and we'll see how it goes. So till the next one, keep safe, and catch you on the next one.